Hello everybody and welcome to the Degenerate Supercoach podcast. I am back. It did not take long. I've already tinkered with my squad for a very good reason. I wanted to bring Hines in and keep him there forever. So this is how I did it. Let's go over a couple of things first. Okay, so I kept most of my team the way it was. I probably changed about 4 or 5 players. I did bring Mitch Kenny in, so Mitch Kenny goes in for me on the bench hooker spot. I think it's going to be a toss up between Mitch Kenny and Sonny Luke. I'm going to roll with Kenny for now. We'll see how the trials go. If we move down, I have bought in Utoka Manu for the Tigers. Okay, I think he's probably the only forward in the Tigers dressing room at the moment that hasn't played rep football. I think he's next. I think this season he breaks out for them. I really do. I think it's coming. 319k. Can't go wrong, to be honest. The big change for me was in the second row. I have bought in Luke Garner. I think Luke Garner on the left edge for the Panthers. I mean, look, it's the Panthers' left edge. I could play there and probably score a try. Let's be honest. So I think Luke Garner slots in more than capable of being able to score 50, 60 points a game, give or take how the Panthers go, which I believe that they will be definitely up there in the top 3, which we'll go over later, because towards the end of the podcast today, I'll be doing my ladder prediction. So as you can see, I have bought in Hines. So Hines slots in there nicely. I have bought in Katoa as my second halfback, which gave me the ability to put Schuster up into the second row. So that works out nicely in my opinion. I did change Burton to Dearden purely because of the Cowboys' opening draw. I think it's very, very friendly, and to be honest, I probably think it's the second or third best draw in the comp. You do want a halfback on a winning side, and I think the Cowboys probably win their opening 4 to 6 games. If we keep scrolling down, I have bought in 2 dual position players in my centre wings. Nickel Clockstead for the Warriors, fullback. Simple. 327k, Warriors starting fullback. I don't think you can go wrong. I don't think the Warriors will be amazing this year. I think they'll probably finish outside the 8 again. But if Nickel Clockstead can find some form that he used to have, I think at fullback he'll do you a job. I've also gone with the Hammer at the Dolphins. I think he's obviously fullback as well. 330k. As I said, dual flexibility, fullbacks. If your 2 main fullbacks go down injured, you have the ability to move one down there without wasting a trade. So I think that's the way to go about it. Alamotti to the bench, and then I brought in Tommy Talau. I think if Tommy Talau will get that centre role, he's just such an explosive player when he's in form. Try assists, tackle bust, you name it. I think Tommy Talau is going to be right up there. At 300k, he's almost guaranteed to make you some money, bearing injuries, of course. So that is how I was able to bring in Hines. I was able to just shuffle around a few players. I think I'm happy with that. I mean, I did say I was happy with my last team as well, so yeah, we'll see. But I'm pretty sure, going by the looks of everything here, I don't see any need for me to touch this team now. Until the trials, until teams this Tuesday, so I can just pretty much chill on this squad. Alright, so let's have a look at my 2023 ladder prediction. Panthers, I think they will just scrape in minor premiership. I think the Roosters finally might get a season without any injuries. I think the last 2 to 3 seasons they've just been hammered with injuries. Not just for their starting lineup, for their depth as well. I hate the Roosters personally. I think they're a wooden spoon. No, I think they're a spoon-fed club. I wish they got the wooden spoon. I think they're a spoon-fed club. But I think they'll be right up there. I think they'll push Panthers right to the end. I think Cowboys have a point to prove. I think they want to prove that they were there last year for a reason. They were only one game off making the grand final again. So I think they'll be there. I think the Eels will be there. They have lost Marnie, which was a huge loss in my opinion. But they have kept the bulk of their spine. They've still got Gutho, they've still got Dylan Brown, they've still got Moses, they've still got the bulk of their team that made them all the way to the grand final last year. So I think they'll be there. I think the Rabbitohs will also be there. The Storm, Sharks, Raiders. Now I've put the Raiders in there purely based on how friendly their draw is for the first half of the season. I think if they can make the most of their draw in the first half of their season, they can grind out the back half of the season and just make the top 8. I've put Manly outside the top 8 because I think Turbo will break down, and once Turbo breaks down, we all know what happens to Manly after that. I think Broncos, they'll pretty much be the same as last year. I really don't see Broncos making too much of an improvement. The Knights, 11th. Bulldogs, 12th. Bulldogs will slightly improve on last year, but I think it's going to be a slow gelling process for the Bulldogs. I think give it 2 or 3 more years, and I think the Bulldogs will be a top 4 side, but we'll see. Same as the West Tigers. I think they've obviously improved a lot in their forward pack, but they still have a very average halves pairing and a very average fullback. It's either going to be Dane Laurie or Charlie Staines, and with those 2 players as your fullback options, I don't think they're going anywhere near the top 8. Titans are rubbish. Warriors, rubbish. Dolphins, obviously you're just going to be giving them first season in the comp. They probably won't do well, even though they've got Wayne Bennett. I mean, look, they could surprise everyone, but I highly doubt it. My team, the Dragons. We suck. The Dragons suck. Everything about the Dragons suck. The only player in the Dragons right now that's good is Ben Hunt. The rest are rubbish. There's no depth in that squad. I think it's going to be a very, very long season for the Dragons. But anyway, that's my top 8 prediction. Here is my team all over again with a few changes. And that will do me. I'm pretty happy with it. I'll see you in 6 to 8 weeks.